Have you ever heard of the elbow voodoo?
Elbow voodoo, no.
Why you're not supposed to touch other people's elbows?
No, what?
Oh, you never heard of that?
No.
Okay, so
Malaysian Airlines?
Yeah.
Did you see that? What happened with that?
what happened?
So news came out and it shows where the plane actually went.
Wait, is it the one with the
Yeah,
it's
the three orb.
Have you ever had a dream about this tiger?
No.
Okay, keep watching, look. So that picture went viral on Twitter. Somebody posted it and said, I had a dream about this tiger. Now, what happened after this person posted this? Right there. Oh, you see it, right? Yo.
It was Sinner's eyes, man.
Yeah, the sinner's eye. You know when they're in the forest and you see the glow?
And you see the glow.
Yeah. I just woke up from a dream today, and you know when you go into like, it's half sleep paralysis, but half not? You know what I'm talking about? It's like in between. Yeah. You know you're asleep, but you're kind of still awake. It was weird as shit because when I was sleeping, I felt as if I was hearing the radio. Yeah. So I was in sleep paralysis, but I felt like radio static, like, yeah, and I could hear like a little bit of music. Whoa. Yeah, fam. But I couldn't move. Obviously, I don't know if it's a hallucination, but it kept doing that. Like I could hear different like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Weird as shit, bro.
So what do you think it was?
My theory is secular. What are you talking about? No, my theory is like maybe when we're sleeping, we could access, because those shits are always around, like radio waves and stuff. Maybe in that exact moment, I could like connect to it.
But what was your dream about? Were you dreaming about something that was related?
Before that,
like...
no. Before that, it was actually black. Like my dream was low-key black, but I could, because I was still kind of awake, but not. I was dead ass sleep paralysis. My eyes were closed. I couldn't just like move, but I could just hear everything. It's weird. And there's this new thing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you something real quick. All right, question. Have you ever had a dream about this tiger?
No.
Okay, keep watching. Look. Look. Just take a look at this and tell me if it looks familiar or if it calls to you at all. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So that picture went viral on Twitter. Somebody posted it and said, I had a dream about this tiger. And it's this exact picture, right? Now, what happened after this person posted this picture, many people, once they seen it, they had dreams of the same tiger and they grew an obsession to drawing it. So after that tweet, literally thousands of people, this has 25 million views.
God damn.
After that tweet, so many different people started drawing it and started seeing it in their dreams. And they had an obsession to spend hours and hours doing artwork depicting the same tiger.
Okay, what does it represent though? Like you do have it, you do have the dream of it.
Well, what it is right now, it's just a tiger. That's what it is. It's a dream. Okay. But the theory is, a lot of people are saying this is exactly what demons or other, I guess, lesser gods try to control people with. So it's like they'll show up in your dream and you end up trying to worship it because you think of its significance. Okay. So if you see it now, and I low-key just cursed everybody that's watching. No, but if you dream about this tiger, that means it's trying to like, call to you and it's trying to make you worship it. And doing drawings is one way people are being, I guess, trapped into the whole lore of it. But once you see it, you might become obsessed and you might spend hours drawing it. What? Crazy. Yeah.
I'm not drawing.
25 million views. Fam, there's thousands of people that started drawing it. Yeah. And it's really weird that it just started off one tweet.
So I just recently saw Sinners too.
Yeah.
And so it did kind of like felt weird in my spirit. You're right.
Really?
Like, yeah.
How so?
I don't know. It's like during the movie, especially the music parts. During the music parts, especially, because I was trolling my girl, right? And like she's Christian, like she's into like the secular, non-secular. Yeah. So there was a part when I think Remick like started dancing, and I'm like doing this, right? And then my girl like, stop dancing, like that's bad. I'm like, wait, why?
Oh, because you got caught into the trance of it.
I'm like, yo, what? I didn't know that, right? And then there's other theories that I caught on, and I don't know if you caught these, but when they were handing the garlic to everyone, remember? So my girl was like, oh, this is kind of symbolism of a Holy Communion. And the people...
Oh, because they're sharing it.
Yeah, and the people that were like, kind of like, remember the Pearline and Slim, they kind of were like, they didn't want it, right? It's because they were wrapped around in their sins. So when they took it, remember Slim was like, I'm trying to fight it and stuff like that. Because he's obviously like the alcoholism, and then Perlene was committing lust. So that's why they didn't want to do
Who's
it.
Perlene? Oh, the singer.
Yeah, the singer.
Oh.
That's why they didn't want to take it, like the body of Christ in their body.
Oh, because it was rejecting it because they're sinning.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
That's interesting.
And also, there's a Chinese like urban like legend where you're not supposed to write things or a person's name in red.
Wait, why?
Because like it's like a sign of like death and like that person getting sick or something, right? So they emphasize the scene. They're like, oh, I only have one marker, smoke, and it's red. So I'm like, oh, maybe that might be a foreshadow. Who was the one that died too? It was the guy in the red hat.
Stack. He's the one that got.
He's the one that got killed too. So like even the red jukebox.
The symbolism of red.
Yeah, they wrote the jukebox in red. Everyone died. Hella people died.
So you can't. Is it in Asian culture? Just you can't use red.
You can't write a person's name in red ink on paper, or else it's gonna foreshadow into death.
I swear all our fucking Scantron tests had us in pink writing or red writing.
Pink. It was pink, not red.
It's low-key red.
No, it was pink. I remember.
Mandela effect is low-key red.
No, it was pink. It was the green scrunchon and then the pink. Even the answers, the correct answers were in pink.
It might be red, fam.
No, trust. I took hella Scantron, bro. I was in university longer than you still.
So why was red ink or why are red pens a thing then?
I don't know.
If that's actually
I actually don't know.
Is it easy to see red writing on stuff? I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But I feel like it's just a Chinese tradition, so like they would carry it on.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever I see like blue and black seem right for pens.
Yeah.
But if you use a red pen, it feels kind of sus.
Yeah. We
Or
only
it's like awkward, no?
It is awkward.
It's just a little bit weird.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used red pen to write a full paragraph. It was only to, like when you make corrections.
To highlight and stuff?
Yeah, like when you make corrections, like this is wrong.
Because I couldn't imagine doing all my notes in red ink. That's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
It's unsettled in my soul.
Yes. And it's bad
shit,
to look at. It's weird to look at.
So maybe the Asian in me is rejecting the red ink, man.
Maybe it just runs in Asians. Like you see a white guy just writing hella shit in red, and then we're all looking at him like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Okay, at school, when you used to write tests and shit and used to be like, studying at your desk.
Yeah.
Usually our desks are really close together, right? Have you ever heard of the elbow voodoo?
Elbow voodoo? No.
You never heard about this?
No.
Why you're not supposed to touch other people's elbows?
No, what?
Oh, you never heard of this?
No.
I thought you know this. Okay, so in voodoo rituals or in voodoo itself, there's one specific thing that you have to avoid. It's rubbing elbows with somebody.
Okay.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's this video that went viral on TikTok, and it's of this guy. He's in New Orleans. Now, I don't know if you know about New Orleans like that, but there's a lot of people that practice witchcraft, voodoo, all these different things.
Okay.
Now, there's this one guy, and it's caught on video, he's trying to convince a stranger that he can tell him his future. All he has to do is rub elbows with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now check this out. So the whole purpose of it and the reason it holds so much danger is because if you rub elbows with somebody and somebody that knows what they're doing with it, they can switch their destiny with you.
No
So it's called
way.
a destiny swap.
What the?
It's called a destiny swap. So imagine you're back in elementary school. Whoever you're sitting beside, you rubbed elbows with, you might have swapped destinies with that person.
Yo, I definitely had one of those moments too. Definitely had one of those moments.
So this is the video I'll show you.
Let me see. What the fuck? Wait, but he has to know what he's doing with that though. Like I bet you a grade 4 wouldn't be knowing like if we rubbed elbows.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know what
I don't know how exactly it works.
Yeah.
But this is the video that went viral. This has like 2.2 mil likes. So random man on the Bourbon Street asking if you can tell him your future. And the other guy says, I know better than that because the shadow man taught me. Something like that. That's what he said.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that shit too.
So they say people like that, they can have a sense of when somebody carries a good destiny or they carry certain spiritual power, and they'll target them specifically and they'll go up to them and say, they'll try to trick them to touching elbows. Crazy. So the reason being too, they believe the elbow is like a hinge.
Okay.
So you can imagine it's like a hinge to your body, right? It can move different ways really quickly and it opens like a door. So when you rub elbows with somebody, you could be trading your destiny with them.
Yeah, even when that girl, the person in Sinners who was doing the thing, the voodoo, I still got like weird vibes from that. I'm like, oh, like Lord, please protect me. Like I do not claim nothing. I said that in my head when she was doing it, and I'm like, that's weird. And I seen another video. You know how you do the egg cleanse?
Yeah.
Like there was another person who
I don't do that no more.
Yeah, no,
I did it.
obviously. But like there's other cleanses. I seen a video in Cuba where this person was had a bowl of water right in front of her, and then the voodoo person started pulling hairs.
Oh, that's crazy.
Outside of I can't even show you the video because obviously it's gonna get flagged. But they were pulling hairs outside the mouth, and like she did like a curse, and then she's like, "Please heal me, please heal me." More hair came out.
God, that's crazy.
And it was supposed to be like that long generation of trauma that they were trying to get out. So the longer the hair it would be, the bigger trauma it would get out or went out.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's dark.
Very
Because when you see something come out like that and it's like that's horrible.
Yeah. Real shit, yeah. And you can't fake that, like, oh, okay, you're gonna swallow hair and throw it up? Nah, bro, like, that person definitely knows what he's doing.
Oh my God, bro.
And there was another one where a person would deadass go to a gravesite and look for hexes and rituals done to that person's dead. And
wait, at their grave.
Yeah, because some people, like, once they're dead, a person that like didn't like you could go and put a hex or a ritual.
But you're already dead though.
No, on your family.
At your grave?
Yes.
Wouldn't they do it to like them? Why
No.
you?
Because it's like, okay, say you didn't like the person and you don't want their family to even succeed. So you would go there and you would put a hex or ritual on their family too.
That's double down evil though.
Double down.
He's already dead.
Yes, exactly.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
This guy, he's literally most known viral for this because he went and at one person's grave, there was like a coffee jar, right?
Yeah.
So he turned it open and he couldn't get the stuff out, so he had to break it. Once it broke, fam, there was pictures of like the kids, pictures of the mom, pictures of the grandma.
Oh, that's crazy.
Surrounded by raw meat.
What the hell?
Garlic and salt. So this guy, he was explaining, he's like, oh, if they put raw meat in a bunch of these pictures, what is it for?
Yeah, what does that mean?
This is definitely a hex for sickness, for death. They're trying to put on their family. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, literally pictures on pictures, fam.
That's crazy.
Like imagine watching that video and it's like your brother.
My theory on that is whoever found it, it was his destiny to stop it.
Yeah.
Also, I think the whole, ideology behind it is eventually that meat will rot.
No, literally,
Yeah, eventually that meat will rot. So if he caught it before it like started rotting,
yeah.
he probably saved it.
It was
right?
definitely like still like pinkish still.
Yeah.
Like some parts had like the black, but like it was still there.
That's fucked. That's
Very
crazy.
fucked.
Because it's pretty much like an energy to things, right? Like I wouldn't, for example, if there's a cross somewhere, I wouldn't defile it in any way because there's obviously meaning toward it. So if, let's say, you had something that you owned, say you had a sweater, in a sense, you would treat that thing based on the person that owns it in the same light. Like I wouldn't want to disrespect something that somebody's I care about, you know?
Facts.
Because then it's like defiling the energy around it.
Yeah.
Whereas am I the only one that feels like that?
No. Sometimes like especially the thrift store stuff, like I don't carry it because I don't want to like disrespect it at my house. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Like like stuff at the thrift store, like maybe like teddy bears or like antiques. I stay away from that because it's like, what if it does carry a weird energy?
But wouldn't clothes do the same thing?
Yeah, clothes would do the same. That's why it's like, oh, maybe if you throw it on the ground wrong, then it's like maybe you're disrespecting it by accident. You know what I mean?
You know, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
If every single thrifted piece of item we own, it
Came with
almost
a backstory.
that, and it also like changes us a little bit. Like it gives us traits of that person.
Yeah.
That would be a sick movie. That would be a fucking fire plot.
That's Black Mirror still.
That would be a fucking fire plot, bro.
Who would you? Okay, you know that voodoo thing, that elbow thing.
Who would I
Who would
trade?
you, like, and how would you do it? You know, like how Mary was very sneaky on how she asked to get in the juke. She's like, "Oh, you gonna move out the way?" I was like, "Yo, that's sneaky as
That's
fuck.
manipulation.
That's
Still.
manipulation."
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I'd go up to them like, yo, what's good? Oh, my hands are wet.
I swear I've done that with you before.
My hands are. What are you saying?
That's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
That would work.
Yeah, that's
work.
Mary type manipulation.
Yeah, that's probably what I do.
Yo.
I'd probably do that to Timothy Chalamet or something. I'd probably do it to like him.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
who's like an upcoming star.
Who's sick right now?
Marvin.
I'll
I don't
go-
even know.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go Michael B. Jordan just so I can.
I think there's
RZA
an actor
Paley.
named Ethan Huang. Maybe I think he'd be a good
Ethan.
pick
Oh,
too.
fuck, my
He's on the
fault,
come
man.
up as well. Yo, my bad, hands away.
That's really good, though.
Right?
That's really good. Holy.
I think that yo, now I have in my head,
Yeah.
was there somebody that I low-key took their destiny when I was in elementary school?
No, for sure. But if it works by accident, that probably is true. But like, I don't think like I said
Yeah,
before.
because I know for a fact,
Yeah.
I'd be like this, doing my homework or whatever, and I definitely touch elbows with
Yeah,
somebody.
for sure. That's 100.
Also, that was kind of Riz back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, I
If you
was
had
just
a
gonna
cute
say
girl
that.
beside you, you know what I'm saying? Like a 1-2.
I was just gonna say that, like the touch thing. I was like, yeah.
Do you think there's any spiritual significance to the feet? Pause.
Feet.
But is there any like, you know when people like play foot shit?
I feel like you can't fuck with the feet
Footsie,
because
footsie.
it's like there's a very strong connection with your feet and the ground. So it's like I feel like regardless of what you try to do there, it's very hard to do.
You know that thing how they say there's like a magic when you touch someone like a crush or whoever.
Yeah.
And then there's like a spark you feel.
Okay.
Do you think it works on both ends or is it just for you? You know what I'm talking about here or no?
Like what, when you touch a person and they
Like accidentally or like you just leave it there?
Oh no, it definitely works on both.
You think it works on both ends?
Yeah, it has to. But
I don't know, bro.
No, but if it's a crush on both, and then it's gonna work, obviously.
Yeah, but that's different.
But if you're like bumping into a random person and like, oh, you think in your mind that probably is a one-way street. I'm not gonna lie.
What if? But who knows though? Who knows?
Yeah.
We actually can't prove it.
Yeah.
We actually cannot prove it.
I guess.
But what if that's like a minesweeper type thing? Like, what if you go around doing that and you can find out if you're supposed to be talking to that person, that person's supposed to be in their life, whatever.
That just sounds like another Black Mirror episode, fam. Like, oh, well, I'm supposed to bump into random people and see if there's a connection? Nah.
Okay, what if there's something you could do to find out if a person is supposed to be in your life or not? Would you want to use it?
Yeah, probably.
That'll be fire.
Yeah, I would want to use it on like my love life still.
That'll be fire.
Yeah.
But what if it tells you something you don't want to hear? Like, what if you use it on your girl and then it tells you like, yeah, you guys, there's supposed to be somebody else. That would be crazy. You
No,
know
but
what
I
mean?
think that like then I'll like okay, then it's time to get like make another plan. Like if destiny's telling me this,
That's true. That's true. Whatever, like God's plan is God's
Yeah,
plan is. Right? You can't
exactly.
really like. And that's what my dad told me too recently. He said when he had me,
Yeah.
like when my mom had me,
Yeah.
he didn't necessarily plan. Oh, at this age, I'm gonna have a kid and I want to have a family and this and that. He said it just happens and it just goes. Like you shouldn't be planning too hard because when you do that, there's expectations.
Yeah, there's expectations, and God might see those expectations and be like, "No, you think it's gonna go your way?
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna go my way."
Exactly. And then that's you having ego or pride
Yeah.
of trying to control what you aren't even meant to control.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about babies, fam. Did you see the sperm race?
Yeah, I saw
Oh
that.
my
I saw
gosh,
that.
and
That shit was actually cool to
Yo,
see.
it
though.
was though, and I was like, "Yo, the fact that they have microscopes and they could see how fast your shit is moving."
That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick. Like
And
you
I'm
could
like, yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
I'm like, yo, there's a lot of them too. So I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So like every time a man like busts a nut, fam, like
Yeah.
you actually have like 60 kids. Like
you
just
think you could beat me?
low key, yeah.
Okay, on an alkaline diet though?
Oh, never mind. Yo, you're training for that shit.
You want on my keto diet?
My shit's all nats, fam. Mine all natural, dog. I'm not doing no keto, no diets, bro.
No, but that's what like determines
Yeah, yeah.
how
and
fast.
you're
Yeah.
an ashwagandha, right? So it's like the testosterone would be amplified.
It depends. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, it depends.
I'm not an ashwagandha.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nah, I haven't been on that for a while.
Word. Okay, my fault. My
Nah.
fault.
Also, it doesn't work how you think, bro.
Yeah, why?
It doesn't like. It's not that crazy.
See, this is the whole time. This is what I think. Like
What?
in my eyes, like you guys, whoever takes ashwagandha, they're just like, they automatically just get hella horny, and then they just like, once that's over, then they get into the phase where it's like, oh, I don't give a fuck about anything. Like I don't care. Like you're numb to a lot of emotions. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's stages. Like you're either like super bricked all the time, or it's like you're just super nonchalant all the time.
You know how it actually works? You just
Yeah.
for me, it just makes you depressed.
Whoa.
It just makes you cold.
Damn.
So if I'm not loving and if I'm not, I don't know, expressive
Yeah.
and cold, I'm probably on it. But I don't really take it like that.
Yeah, there was a time where I knew you were on it though, because it's like, yo, you
just don't care.
you were not
Yeah, you don't
caring
care.
about
It's like,
anything I said, bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
it's like I wouldn't say soulless.
Yeah.
But it's definitely cold hearted.
Yeah. But the business in you, I feel like that's good for like business sales, because it's like you're not stooping down to no one's level. It's like you want that deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're very clear headed on things.
Yeah, exactly.
Because but it depends. Like some people, you could just look at, like, let's say you see a person, you can tell they have a high ass testosterone or whatever.
Yeah.
You just can see how they move. They're definitely very stern, solid on their decisions. You know, and they don't trace back on what they say.
Yeah.
And they go with what they want to do, right?
Fact.
But it doesn't deter. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. It just is like kind of personality thing. It definitely helps with mindset, but you don't need that to be that person. If anything, that makes it worse, because when you rely on things, you think, oh, is that Iron Man thing?
Yeah.
So Iron Man and Captain America, they were fighting, right? And then Iron Man goes, everything that makes you special came out of a bottle to Captain America, because the super serum like made him thing, right? But not that wasn't really true, because Captain America, he has the biggest heart or whatever. Yeah. And then Captain America said to Tony, take off that suit. What are you?
Oh, nothing.
No. And then Iron Man said, genius, billionaire, philanthropist.
Oh, wait.
Playboy. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because he is.
Right. He's right. Yeah.
So all of us have our thing that kind of makes us cool, kind of makes us, oh, this is what makes me sick or whatever.
Yeah.
Strip all that shit down. What's the mentality you still have on the street when you have nothing?
Yeah. Then it's a different ballpark.
Exactly.
A lot of people too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, strip off all the accolades. Mindset wise, what do you carry with you?
Who are you? Yeah.
Who are you?
You know, like too, like the NFL draft was a couple days ago, and like, yo, this guy named Shador Sanders, like, he's very like cocky, right? But like, again, his skills. At the end of the day, you put all his cockiness and his interviews away, he's still like a top 5 quarterback, right? And this is one of the craziest pranks I've ever seen, right? So during the draft, like, there's a bunch of people that were gonna be selected, right? And he's supposed to go in the first round. So first round comes and he's not selected. And he's doing a big ass party. Like, he thinks that he's going first round.
Yeah.
Right? So boom, first round comes, his name doesn't get called. Second round comes, name doesn't get called. Fam, this guy drops all the way to the 5th round. But in between those rounds, so the NFL gives all these draft players a phone.
Yeah.
So the teams can call that phone and be like, oh, we're gonna pick you next, like, get ready for a celebration, right? Fam, like, some university kids somehow got a hold of that number. Only the NFL gave that out to the teams. So he picks up the phone and he goes, oh, he's excited. He's like, who is this? He's like, and the university kid that's pranking goes, this is GM of the Saints. We're gonna pick you next.
Oh, so he pranked him,
Yeah,
and then
fam, and he's waiting for bare time, so he's
Yeah.
excited. Everyone's starting to celebrate. Oh yeah, he's like, I've been waiting for this call. You did it too long. And then the guy goes, oh yeah, well, you're gonna be waiting a bit longer, buddy.
Damn.
And I was like, fam, that's the devil, fam. Like, imagine on your biggest like day.
So he didn't get drafted at all?
No, he got drafted 5th round. But this phone call was during the 1st and 2nd, so he was hyped.
Oh.
So imagine a guy saying, yo, you gotta wait a little bit
Yeah,
longer,
that
buddy.
sucks, bro.
Bro, and the fact that they even got that number, no one has that number except NFL teams.
Yeah, what puts you to do that to somebody, though?
See, like, that's where it's controversy, because half of the internet saying it's funny, half of the internet saying it's like bad.
It is kind of funny.
It is funny, but like at the same time, there's no morals to that. Like,
Yeah, there isn't.
Like-
it just ruins a moment. It's like pranking somebody on their wedding proposal. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
low key.
like, that's somebody's special moment. You're gonna really mess with someone's
That's a
special
good.
moment.
That's a
kinda
good
whack.
equivalent thing to that.
Yeah, because I feel like we all have special moments in our life that you could look forward to, and if somebody else ruins it, that's like something. That's a memory. You
Real
know?
shit, yeah.
I wouldn't want somebody to ruin, let's say, prom,
Yeah.
wedding night, shit. Like, those are the things that you stick around. Like, damn, that was a pivotal moment in my life. What do you think was a pivotal moment in your life that could have went really, really bad, but it didn't?
Could have went really, really bad.
That you remember, like a good one that you remember, but it could have actually went bad.
Fuck, off the top of my head, probably my first ever Taekwondo tournament. Like, if I lost that, I would have been a different person.
If you lost your first, though?
Yeah, because I would quit Taekwondo.
You would quit off a first loss?
Yeah, fam. You know me. I'm a confidence player. Like if it's my first one and I get beat up the first one, I'm not going back.
Word.
Yes,
That's
fam.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, so I went literally, the only time I quit, fam, was when I received my first loss after like 100 fights, fam. I finally lost, and I was like,
That's when you stopped?
yeah, and I'm like, I'm out.
Actually?
Yeah, in my first tournament, my later tournament when I was a black belt and I finally lost, I'm like, oh, I'm out.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of wild to me.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Nah.
Yeah, I went like, fam, I had a crazy streak. It was like maybe 80-0. And then I finally lost like off like 2 points, and I'm like, oh, I'm done Taekwondo.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Because my first fight I lost, but that's
Yeah,
what,
no,
that's
but
what made me
that's
want to
what
keep
made
going.
you-
Yeah, that's what made me want to keep going. I'm
That's
like,
the difference.
fuck that. I'm not gonna keep losing.
But that was your first fight. I'm like low-key, like I feel you though. Like in the moment I probably would have quit, but then I'm like, damn, I probably should go back because I can't go out like that. But like,
Yeah.
as a kid, I'm surprised you went back though.
Nah, I couldn't go down like that.
Yeah,
fam.
yeah.
I couldn't go down like that.
Yeah.
I came back champ too. I came back champ too, bro. No, because it's a different thing, bro.
Yeah.
If you come off like a loss, you have nothing else to lose, really.
Yeah.
So there's only one way to success. That's why whenever I see like a step back in something, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
It's not a loss, really.
Yeah.
What it is a recalibration. You know?
Yeah, real shit.
It's just a
Yeah.
recalibration.
Yeah. How about you in your life? What do you think that could have gone wrong?
One moment I remember all the time and it could have went wrong.
Like super wrong. It could have changed the direction of your life.
I would say if I failed my lifeguard training,
Oh, why?
because I would just feel like a failure.
Okay. So kind of like,
Yeah. Also, anything where I trained really hard for
and you failed?
and I still failed, because to me, training really hard for something and achieving it, I don't think I ever trained really, really hard for something and didn't achieve what I wanted.
Word.
It's because I worked that hard. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, imagine you work really, really hard for something and it still doesn't go.
I did that, yeah, during my accounting.
Oh,
I-
really?
40 plus hours on an exam and I still got like a 50. And I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Word.
That was the most disheartening, like, like when you feel just like, damn, like you just got 2 punches to the fucking face, fam.
Yeah.
Like you did all this work and you still.
But I think that's when it's a sign it's not for you.
yeah,
I
real
think
shit,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's a sign for you.
That's
it's not
it
for
was
you, right?
still a blessed moment because I'm like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah, because at least like you gave it your all. If you give it your all,
And I still failed.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Yeah.
and I think the way my life went with things is if I gave it my all, it turned out right. So I know to always give it my all, because when I don't, that's when I fail.
yeah. Facts,
No?
facts. That's true.
But there's no like shortcuts and shit.
Oh, there is now. Did you see the?
Like
so okay,
what?
we're getting really close to Black Mirror because there's this guy who just made another AI program, and he's still getting into the works where he can get into glasses. It's called Cluely, and it's supposed to be for dating apps, but you can also use it for like meetings, sales.
Oh my god, that's dead ass Black Mirror.
Yeah,
that's
and
an episode we watched last night.
And I think you predicted it too. You said it in a previous episode. So in the ad, the
Yeah.
guy was talking to a girl and he had glasses on. And the AI is picking up whatever the girl's saying
And giving him what to say. Oh!
translating what he can say. Bro, this guy that made it got kicked out of his university because
he made it.
He made it, and everybody's saying you fucking immortal guy. Like,
Yeah.
but this guy's standing on 10 toes. He's like, fam, people called calculators cheating. People called Google cheating. I am not stopping.
Is it immoral?
I don't think so. Like, I'm always for tech and thing. Because obviously when people get scared when technology makes us smarter, but I feel like that's a good thing. Like, if you know how to use it, you can use it to your advantage. So why not move with the times? I don't think it's immortal, fam. Like, as an introvert, oh yes, give me those. I can just read off. Imagine all the...
It definitely helps people,
Yes.
100%. But do you think it ruins human interaction a little bit?
It does, but it's like...
That's
I'm
where
an
I see a
introvert.
problem. I
Yeah.
see that's where it's a problem, is because I think it takes challenge for you to be a good person and deserving of, like, think about it. All the great things in life,
Yeah.
they're great because you kind of worked for it, right?
True.
So if you didn't have the confidence for it and you just faked it or like did something that wasn't, you might feel like shit later when you're with somebody and she fell in love with somebody that's not you. You get what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
it might just cause even more trouble down the line. I don't know. That's what I
Yeah.
think. But do you know what happened in the Black Mirror episode
No, that you guys
that's
were
almost
watching?
like based on?
Yeah.
Fam. So pretty much what it is, in Black Mirror episode, he had not glasses, but it's implants in his eyes.
Okay.
And he was able to see people and hear people, and there's other people behind the scenes on a computer, watching his every move, telling him what to say, what to do, how to rizz people up, this and that, right? Now, check this out. So when he was rizzing up this one girl and she seemed kind of introverted, she was a little bit in the corner by herself and they're talking. And he was rizzing her up really well. But she said she had to go to the bathroom. So she walked away. And obviously, he's communicating to the person on the other end. So he's like talking to himself. Boom, 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 boom. But the girl comes back and she sees him talking to himself.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's like immediately, hey, you want to come back to my place? Immediately.
Okay.
Now, why though?
So she can like ISO him? The connection?
She already knows, like, you know, he's talking. So she brings him back to her place, right? And it turns out she gives him like a drink to like drink on. And she takes it too. And all of a sudden, when they're like on the bed, before they start kissing and stuff, the drink makes him start spitting out blood.
Oh, shit.
And she says, I saw you talking. I know you can hear them too. So she was actually sick. She was actually sick in her head. And she wanted to release him. She's like, I'm going to release you. We can end it now.
Oh, wow.
So that was like the murder right there.
Damn.
Yeah. But what actually happened was all those people coaching him how to rizz and stuff like that.
She just wanted to send a message to them.
No, she didn't know about them.
Oh, she didn't.
She thought he was schizophrenic, just like her.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah. She thought he was crazy, just like her. That's why she fell in love with him. Like, oh, you understand me.
Wow, that's
let's end it tonight. Like, we can finish it together. And give him the drink. Boom, boom.
And they both drank it. She died too.
They both died, yeah. Crazy.
See, with this technology, it probably will end up like that's gonna be dead as another story.
The crazy thing about the eyes too is in the show, you could block somebody like out of your life. So let's say you didn't like somebody, I could block you and I would only see like a blob. Like you'd still be around, you'd still be able to like interact with me.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to see you and you wouldn't be able to see me.
Like if we're standing right here.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see me and I wouldn't be able to see you. It would just be like a blob. It'd be like a blob. But you can like interact with things that are around me, or you can like touch me, but you wouldn't be able to see me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to hear you either.
Yeah. It's like when like you block someone on Instagram and then you only see that you know the default profile picture. And then like, that's in real life now.
Yeah. And then the craziest thing too is if somebody went to jail, they would be blocked by everybody else.
Okay.
They would be blocked by everyone.
That's crazy.
So imagine you walk around your whole life never seeing another person. You just see like blobs.
Yo,
that's sad as shit.
That's sad.
But I mean, you could live
It's
alone.
all distorted, man. Like, yo, where's my mom at?
Like you could live alone though.
Yeah.
Realistically,
but do you think
sad.
love? Do you think like say that's your mom, right? You think regardless of the blob, since you have that heart feeling, the heart to heart, you would still like
love the blob?
Yeah, because you know, like when people are when people fall into like the when you get old, you get what's that thing where you lose memory? Alzheimer's. Like sometimes there's a lot of cases where it's like, hey mom, do you remember me? And then it's like, wait, I do, because it's like you still have that connection,
well,
right?
Of course, I feel anybody you have a deep attachment to, you can't just let go.
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like that would be a sick plot twist. Like if the blob was there, they would be like, wait, that is my mom, and then it slowly like shows the picture.
It wouldn't show it because it's like that technology.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But I could see it still working in a way. You just have to be comfortable with hearing, because that's all you hear, and then all you see is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just a tough way to live.
Real shit.
And especially if you're blocked by everybody in the world, that's just gonna be like terrible. I don't know how you could do that, fam.
That's why maybe in the new generation of technology, like you'll actually only have relationships with like the deep connections now. It's like, because now everything's, you know.
You know the feeling, being in the zone, powering through your favorite game, fully locked in. That's where Prime comes in. Whether you're grinding through new releases or checking out game trailers, Prime has it covered, because whatever you're into, it's on Prime. Amazon Prime has more than just fast delivery. Although getting new gaming gear delivered in a day or two is pretty sweet, with Prime Video and Amazon Music, it's possible to stream all the favorite gameplay, dive into exclusive gaming content, or just vibe to an epic playlist during a session. So whether you're gearing up for a new launch, catching the latest gaming docs, or getting new accessories delivered fast, Prime makes sure everything needed is right there to stay ahead of the game. Whatever you're into, from streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into. Amazon.com/Prime.
So for everybody that runs a business out there, I know it's intimidating. Even when I started this podcast, I felt like I had to figure it out all on my own. Scripts, setups, setups, filming locations, and logos. And when you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks. And that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. So Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands that are getting started just like mine, Pretty Boys Track Club. Get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify has an e-commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing, returns, and beyond. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/jumpers, JUMPERS. Go to shopify.com/jumpers, shopify.com/jumpers, JUMPERS.
So what's your take on Kanye loving his cousin?
Oh, that song's low-key a banger. Low-key, why is it catchy, bro? Why is it catchy?
Get my cousin head.
No, why is it head? Yo, Kanye's been on a roll, bro. This guy, I'm not gonna lie. Just no, not on a roll of like what he said, but like just the funny shit he's doing on stream. Like if he wanted to turn streaming into his, he could just quit rap and just become a streamer, fam.
Yeah.
That's pure cinema every stream, dog. This guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a theory.
Okay.
And it's gonna change how everybody sees Kanye right now.
Oh,
Ready?
no. Okay.
No, like it's actually a valid theory.
Yeah.
What if all of this is his humiliation ritual?
It could be low key.
Think about it real quick. Think about it. He's doing low-key the most embarrassing things, the most outlandish shit, embarrassing himself, making, a huge ruckus in the media world.
Yeah.
Now, what is he also doing? He's bringing up all of these deep, dark conspiracies.
Oh, I didn't know this.
That are dangerous.
Yeah.
Obviously, the conspiracies around certain people.
Yeah.
But check this out.
Okay.
What if that's the plan?
Yeah.
Is to make him sound so crazy that the conspiracies that may be true also sound crazy because he's doing all these other crazy things.
It's like the Ryan Garcia thing. It's like, I'm gonna act crazy, but at the same time, I'm gonna spill some stuff so people don't think I'm being serious, but it's actually serious.
The opposite.
Oh, so
He might be controlled to look crazy,
yeah.
to say all these different things, humiliate himself because
Yeah.
maybe he gets something out of it,
Okay.
and then invalidate all of the real shit he could
He's
be
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
Because him doing all these other things invalidates all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And now he just seems like mentally ill.
real shit, yeah. And his like, if that was his plan, the PR is perfect because it's like, where is he going? He's going on the biggest streams. He's going to Kick, like where you can say whatever you want. He's collabing with Sneeko. Like, why would Kanye ever want to be in a room with Sneeko or Top 5? Like, what? So it's like, yo, the PR is like, it's getting there.
It could be humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a theory.
That's a theory.
It seems more real that he's just actually in that stuff realistically, rather than being controlled to do all these.
Yeah.
But it is a good theory.
No, real shit. And like another person that's kind of blowing up, but then he got stopped because he tried to do it in the Philippines. Did you see it, Vitaly?
Yeah.
So
they say he's gonna die in prison.
Yes.
People are saying that.
Yes. And I didn't know that the president of the Philippines
Made a whole video.
a reaction
video. It's straight up like the Fine Bros.
Real shit. They sat him down in a room and he was like, yo, what am I watching? No, but that's fine. You know, especially he was in the nice parts of the Philippines and like the Manilas, you know what I mean? Imagine he did that shit in the hood parts, like the real ghettos. Like,
I mean, regardless, he's in jail and prison right now, and people are saying once the prisoners find out what he did and how he disrespected the country, they might try to kill him in jail.
Yeah, fam. Exactly. Like Speed, that's how you do it. You go to the country and you show the culture.
Yeah.
Right? You don't mess with the culture, fam. I seen this guy taking a police guard's hat and running away. Like,
I know.
Fam, you're 40 years old. Why are you still doing this?
Yeah.
For clicks, bro? What?
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I just realized now, you saying Speed,
Yeah.
that's why all these people are traveling now. I just bagged that.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. But that's why all these streamers are like going to different countries and trying to do that stuff.
Exactly.
But Speed does it properly.
He does it properly because he does it real security. He actually respects people. But
You think Speed has a team kind of like telling him how to do things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably. I think he's that big. Yeah.
I feel like I love it when it's like people don't think you're calculated, but the whole time like there's a documentary comes out after and it shows how calculated you were. You know what I mean? It's
like you play one person and then
exactly.
that's what everybody sees. But realistically, you have all these different strategies and shit around, right?
Fam. And I don't. And also, you know, one of the biggest theories we talked about, the Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah.
Did you see that? What happened with that?
What happened?
So news came out, and it shows on satellite cameras, on thermal cameras, where the plane actually went.
Wait, is it the one with the?
Yeah. The 3 orbs.
Yeah. Going around. It's like spinning around.
Yeah.
Right?
So this plane was like notorious for like just disappearing randomly. And so one person put it on the internet, and 3 little like UFO looking things started circling it, and then there was a flash and the plane was gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is low-key, like I have to do more research still because this is like BS, right? And then another angle with thermal camera came out. Same shit.
It's the same
3
thing.
orbs, flash, gone.
Yeah, so
I'm like, yo.
it deadass might be just aliens or whatever
bro.
Spaceships that, I don't know, teleported it.
Holy smokes.
Who knows what it is?
Imagine you're that plane that like gets...
Imagine you're on a flight and
Yeah.
you're just chilling. You're looking out the window. You turn away to drink your drink.
Yeah.
You turn back and all of a
there's
sudden everyone's blue.
Bro, what?
It's like aliens and shit.
Yo, I'm saying, like, yo, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
Turn the plane around.
But they did end up finding the plane. It was just
Yeah,
crap. It was just like in the sea.
yeah, still
But how it ended up there is still a mystery.
Yeah, but the fact that UFOs it ended up in the sea. There's lots of connections there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, why the sea, bro? Because that's where all the aliens
but
are.
it was in the sea because they're flying over the sea.
I guess, yeah,
But in how it got there is what's weird.
exactly.
Because if you actually looked into it, what happened with the plane was that it started flying in a whole different direction, but it wouldn't do that if the pilots were conscious.
Yeah,
So people are wondering, why was the plane still flying into a completely different direction and then just ended
even
up
though
crashing? They have no clue.
they have no clue, fam.
They have no clue, bro.
But yeah, man.
I have a video to show you. Look at this.
Okay, bad.
This is in the Philippines, actually.
Okay.
They found a real Aswang. You know what Aswang is?
Yo, I swear there's been real ones. There's been many real ones.
Yeah, they have like giant ass bats. This might be a giant ass bat, to be honest.
Okay, let me see.
But people are freaking out because in the video, that's what they say. Is like, holy shit, it's Aswang.
Let me see.
Putang, you know, like,
What the
look,
puta?
look, hold on.
Oh wait, this actually might not be.
No, this is a legit video.
Yeah,
it's not no games, bro. Look, watch.
I called it. Oh. Yo.
Look, watch. You see something on the roof? And she says it's Aswang, right?
No, this is real.
Look.
This is real fear, fam.
And look. Look what they see. It's like sinners. Watch.
Yeah.
You see it really quickly. Wait for it. Right there. Oh, you see it, right? Yo.
It was Sinner's eyes, fam.
Yeah, the sinner's eyes. You know when they're in the forest and you see the glowing?
And you see the glow.
Yeah.
Yo. No, that was.
But it could be a big ass bat too, because the Filipino bats are huge.
But dude,
Filipino bats are like as tall as Filipinos.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah. And
Like 4'11", fam.
No, real shit. No, but seeing that, fam, yeah, I would be scared. So that was real fear.
Do you think you can fuck the gorilla? Do you think you can fight a big ass bat
A big ass bat? Yeah.
by yourself?
By myself? No.
I think I could take a bat by myself.
No, because see, okay, is fear installed still?
Okay, 4'11".
4'11"? Yeah, I would still be scared. Fam, because fear, yo, that's still fear. That's still an animal. You know what I mean? Even 50 guys versus a chimpanzee. You know what a chimpanzee did to that person.
50 guys for we can definitely KO
Chimpanzee, bro?
Yeah, we can definitely KO a chimpanzee.
Oh my
Bro,
gosh.
People forget this, and it's gonna destroy the debate.
What do they forget?
They forget this. We did win. That's why we're on top.
Okay, yeah, but okay.
We're the evolution that won, fam. Like, people are forgetting that shit. Like, that's why we're here.
Yeah, but people still, fam, fear, dog. Fear is a real thing in humans. There's no fear in a gorilla. Like, fear, 100 people still have fear.
Okay, so you're saying an average man.
Yes, an average man.
Because if you pick people that are fearless, you can find people that are fearless. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like still, throw out the John. People are saying, okay, throw out the John Jones, the Kimbo Slices. Fam, once Kimbo Slice gets up there and he gets killed, don't you think John Jones would start fearing?
No.
What?
Yo, when certain warriors go to war, fam,
Yeah.
when they see someone down, they try harder.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nah. So you're thinking like real crash outs, like.
No, I'm talking about real warriors. I'm talking about like people that actually fight?
No, I'm still choosing the gorilla, bro.
Over 100 people?
Yes, bro. Like, what damage are you really doing? Like, it has skin, it has like hair. You have
Yo,
to
we can
pull
take
out.
out a gorilla, man.
No,
We can take out a
bro.
gorilla. We won already.
I was actually on that side until I realized, like,
We
yo,
already won, though, is what I'm trying to say.
a silverback gorilla. What a dude, fam. When you were in the zoo, you did this and then you instantly regretted it, bro. I want to see you front lines. Go front lines.
Yo, I'm gonna give him a flying knee straight to the nose. Look, I'm gonna give him a flying knee straight to the nose, and then the grills go.
And then it's gonna no, that's not what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna start banging my chest. I'm gonna start banging my chest.
Yeah, this is
you know what I'm saying?
This is narcissism. This is ego.
And then when I hit him in the nose,
Yeah? What are you gonna do?
he's gonna hit this. He's gonna hit this.
Fuck out of here.
Yo. I'm gonna make the gorilla go.
No, this is narcissism, ego, and pride. This is what why the sinners got killed. A man said, "Come on in." Holy fuck.
No, because you're forgetting too.
What?
The
What am I
rules are
forgetting?
different. The rules are different in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, fam, you're underestimating. Yo, he's not just gonna stand there against, he's smart, fam. He's one of us, bro.
Okay, you don't think gorillas get scared?
No. No.
Bro,
Fam,
let me talk to you. Let me talk to
Look
you.
who's
real quick.
gorillas fighting. A gorilla fights a bigger gorilla.
Gavin, let me talk to you real quick. Ready?
Bro.
Gorillas and animals don't see size like how we do.
What do you mean?
They don't see threats how we see threats.
Yeah.
When we see something big, we get scared, right?
Yeah.
Gorillas stand off of presence. That's why they do this shit.
Yeah.
That's why they do this shit. That's why they don't look you in the eye, because if you look you in the eye, that's the one that's
They'll
in
get
charge.
pissed. Yeah.
Right? So if you assert your dominance, hit him in the nose like a good time.
Yeah, he's like Bowser, fam.
He's gonna hit this one.
No, he's not, bro.
In
Who do you
Planet
think you are,
Apes.
fam? This is not Planet of the Apes. Okay, now you're trolling. I know you're
No,
trolling.
he could.
Because you're laughing. You don't laugh during debates. I know you during debates. You would be way more
All right,
serious.
do you think there's another debate? This is a new one. This is a new one. This one's going viral now.
Yeah.
Do you think your friend group could take a single chimpanzee?
I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, no. Our friend group and like our core 20.
I feel like it will take out half. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, our core 20.
I'm not gonna lie.
The chimpanzee fam.
we
Again,
know weapons. Yeah,
again,
we might get.
We have a lot of. We don't have warriors.
I know,
You know what
that's
I mean?
a thing.
Once the main guy is out, once our best soldier gets K'd, then it's raps. Even if they throw me first, you guys are gonna see how bad I get fucked up by the chimpanzee, and it's just not gonna be good for morale.
I feel like in anything too.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a race. Let's say it's like a challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
Including this gorilla challenge. It all is determined by the first person
It does. Yep.
and the
Morale.
momentum behind it.
It's like the first shot in basketball. If it goes in, you're feeling nice. But if you see this guy fucking limbs tore off by this, oh nah, who's next? now everybody in our friend group's looking at who's going next. See, I'm telling you, bro. Men don't know.
Okay, fuck the gorilla.
Yeah.
Do you think you can beat Captain America?
Captain America.
Do you think who's more dangerous, Captain America or the gorilla?
Captain America, fam,
right?
yes.
I feel like we could take Captain America.
Captain America, bro? What? What? Wait, like we get to choose? Like I get to send like John Jones?
Actually, no, wait. Let me. Oh, I'm talking shit
Bro,
now.
the shield
I'm looking talking shit now. I'm looking
throw the
because
shield.
I think he did that in a movie already. He like killed like 50
killed a bunch of people.
never
Yeah.
mind, never mind. I'm
'Cause he has a
talking-
shield,
I'm just
fam.
talking. No, fuck that. I'm just talking.
Yo,
Captain
yeah.
America's messed us up.
Also, you know, in Sinners, you know the vultures that were flying?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Because I bagged it too. Because the only time they flew was during the times that people were gonna die. So during the jukebox, I was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of birds flying around the jukebox. I'm
That's
like,
usually an omen.
it's an omen for death. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
And I was
usually
like, regardless if the vampires came, fam, the clan was gonna come in the morning. So it's like people were gonna die regardless. You know what I mean? So it's like they had so much shit coming for them.
Damn, do you think? Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Theory? Do you think? Because Quentin Tarantino made a movie, Inglourious Bastards,
Yeah.
and it's about it's pretty much how World War II was, but he did a flip on it where they ended up killing Hitler.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a twist,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
What if this movie, Ryan Coogler, did a twist where it's based on a true story of like the KKK shooting up, you know, a facility like that or like an event space like that. But they did the flip on it.
And it was
Actually the vampires. And then at the end, obviously what happened.
Yeah, they got shot up.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If he had that in mind, like based on a true
Story.
Jukebox joint that actually was, you know,
real shit.
Ravaged. Because that's the same thing that happened in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood too. With I forgot the Charlie Manson murders.
Okay, yeah.
The Manson family murders.
He like just recreated that whole shit?
He recreated it, and then because in history we know what happens and Sharon Stone dies.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Sharon Stone. I forgot her name, but Sharon Tate, I think.
Yeah.
But the Hollywood like actress, she dies, and we know that in history. He did a flip on it that she survived and somebody saved the day.
Is that isn't that kind of like very controversial? Because it's like saying
You're
it's
changing
like,
history.
yeah, it's like
But
what
it's
if?
fiction.
I guess, yeah. But it's like that. That's like what if? And now the family sees that. Like,
I don't think it's disrespectful though, is it?
really? I don't know.
Because she still she survived. She didn't.
Yeah, because
it
what
wasn't
if
worse.
you died a tragic death? Wouldn't you want the real story to be out? No plot twist.
But
no,
the real story's been out
I guess
a lot, and it's already talked about a lot.
Yeah,
How long do you think after it's okay to make fiction about something
Holy
that
fuck.
really happened?
it's got to be like 10 years plus. I'm not gonna lie. You can't do it right after. Cause like the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, I even felt like this is so real. Like, what am I watching? You know what I mean? And it came out a long time after.
You have a good point. You think it would be disrespectful if you just
Very
did like a
disrespectful.
flip on something that actually
Yes,
happened?
and it was right away. Holy, I would be pissed. Like, no.
How long do you think it is till we get a 911 remix?
911? What's 911?
Yeah, like the
No. I feel like.
or
you
is that
can't
too tragic?
That's
you
too
can't even
tragic.
joke about that.
Yeah, there's some shit, man, that you can't joke.
You can't, right?
Cause that's a bunch of families. No, I don't know because they made the Jeffrey Dahmer shit and that was so tragic. Like,
But that was kind of depicting really what happened.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a complete like twist on it.
Oh no, that's too tragic.
That one's way too tragic.
Yeah,
I don't
New
think you
York,
could even
there's
joke
literally
about
a
that.
whole friggin' thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't even
remember
think
the
you could do
guy. The guy jumped into the hole.
Yeah.
And like people, yo, there was blood now in the pond, and I'm like, what do you like? You don't do that, fam.
yeah.
Like, be respectful stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff. There's some stuff.
And I think they already done it like in historic moments with like Julius Caesar and like William Shakespeare and stuff. I'm pretty sure William Shakespeare did exactly that. Where he would take stories from like super long ago and put twists to them. Like Julius Caesar.
Okay, maybe
But
that's
I think
why,
the Julius Caesar one was kind of like closer to history.
yeah, maybe that's why it's maybe back then it was, but obviously he didn't have the internet back then, so he could actually do that. So now, fam, remember when all these like documentaries came out, but it's like real life, and they were trying to depict it in movies. People are obviously gonna talk, but back then he was free to do whatever he wanted.
Do you think there was more entertainers back then or now?
Now for sure, but
Like
there's
real entertainers though. You get what I'm saying
good
here?
question.
Or is it just we see more?
Oh, that's
You
a
get
good
what I'm saying?
question. Yeah, low-key right. I actually don't know.
I actually don't know either.
Because I wasn't part of that era, bro.
All right, anyway, side note.
Yeah.
Look at this video of Diddy. Look at this shit.
Let me see.
So this is a video of Diddy on his birthday. Posted on his birthday, right? I saw this recently. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's still.
Look.
Happy
What
birthday
the-
What is this?
to me. Happy
What
birthday.
the- what is that supposed
That
to
can't
be?
be real. That can't be real.
What is that supposed to
No, no.
No, that's he posted that.
Why
And he's
was-
saying happy birthday. And somebody's screaming as if like they're getting in their
Yo, okay.
You
That's,
know?
That's very like people know that he's
on
known
his
for that
birthday
now.
too.
Yeah. No, he definitely did that.
This was before he got locked up though.
Oh, before he got locked up.
Yeah, and I don't think he's out.
Okay, never mind. Then that was real then. I was if that was after, I was like, oh, he's doing Tekashi way and he's trolling the internet. But like that before, that's crazy.
I heard something really like scary.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much why people are really into the dark stuff like that, like pain and all of those things.
Yeah.
It's like
It's trauma from your past, no? Like when
it
you're
could
growing
be.
up?
It could be. That's one case. But there was this one video I was watching and they were explaining it, especially like the rich and powerful people. The reason they dive into those deep, like really taboo things
Yeah.
is because they get pleasure out of taking and stealing innocence.
Wow. That's fucking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get like pleasure because it's taking more. Because these people are greedy. These people are,
That's true. Yeah.
capitalists.
Once you
like
see
take a lot of something.
Yeah.
So to take the most out of somebody ever is taking their innocence.
That's so fun.
Something that they can't get back.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because they've seen all the money they have in the world. At that point, monetary shit doesn't mean nothing to them. So it's like that is the next thing, and that's literally playing like that's the devil, fam.
And I think that's what like Diddy was doing,
Yeah.
where he would, you know, swindle people into positions of you're gonna choose this because I want you to do this, and then that's my power move on you, taking your innocence away. Yeah, we can give you fame, fortune, whatever. That's nothing to me. But what I get out of it is I could take your innocence and I can say, you see that person that's super rich and famous?
Oh my,
You know what I mean?
God.
I did that.
That's a combination
That's
of
messed
so
up,
many
bro.
sins, fam.
Yeah,
It's like
it's so much.
greed, lust, fucking yeah. That's everything still.
And you start to think, do you almost wonder if they did it spiritually too, and not just?
Whoa, how? Like,
Do you think?
I mean, when you take an innocence, isn't that spiritually? Because you're kind of taking their soul, right?
do you think they're almost possessed to do these things?
Yeah.
Or do you think they just do it in their head?
No, I think they're possessed. Because once you get up to that thing, there's definitely voices talking in their ears saying, "This is not enough."
Because that's not human,
It's
right?
not,
To do
it's
that
not.
type of stuff. But maybe that's what it is. When you reach a crazy level of, I guess, pleasure and indulgence and shit,
Yeah.
what ends up happening is these things that you, I guess, inject into your lifestyle changes the way you live and changes your spirit.
Yeah.
And what happens is that's why you're in that dark mind space, because all of these things are the influence now. Instead of the world being your influence and you see the good and the bad, because you've injected so much terrible things, that's all you can see.
All you can see. Yep. And there's a pattern too. It's like there was a trend going around. It's like, oh, once I become rich and famous, I'm gonna do this and like do something that's really fucked up. It's like, why whenever these celebrities get up, it's always a pattern of, oh, right after there's news, allegations. This person was famous, allegations. You know what I mean? Why is it always like that? Fam, the patterns don't lie.
I think the allegation stuff and people finding out about terrible things happening, one being they actually did it, but two also that's somebody else's power move that they're putting to play.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you don't want to take my deal on this? All right, watch tomorrow.
Bet.
Check the magazine tomorrow type thing. Because it could work like that. They straight up have marketing hitmen and marketing assassin to take you out
crazy.
in real time, fam. Like they'll create some shit to make you look crazy.
That's scary still.
And maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But he's kind of doing it himself.
No, you don't know that though.
Kind of doing that shit himself.
I don't know, because maybe he's literally getting forced to do that.
What if one day he just like comes on camera, all of that was AI?
I mean, yeah.
We
it's
can
getting
still
to-
listen to
Yeah.
graduation. Like all of that shit was AI.
Oh my god, no, but I'm saying like Kim Kardashian's PR too back then when she was trying to get up. Yo, she was very like people discredit her for the shit that she did, but like she's really smart. Like back then she would say that, oh, I'm gonna meet like Britney Spears at this dinner. But then, oh, all the paparazzi's waiting outside her hotel. Fam, I seen her manager. The manager's like, yo, she didn't even know Britney at the time. She just walked out and pretended. But she was in all the paparazzi's cameras. I'm like, yo, that's fucking smart, bro. These Hollywood people, they know how to put their name out there.
Yeah, they're smart. It's just that they do have to do certain things to get them to that level.
Yeah.
I heard this theory from a friend.
Okay.
And this is a pretty good theory. So think about every single entrepreneur movie ever, right? Is there one that there was never like them taking advantage of somebody, snaking them? Did that ever exist in an entrepreneur movie?
I don't
There's a
think
theory
so.
for it.
I don't think
Think
so.
about it. Facebook, what happened with Facebook? He stole the guy's
stole the
idea,
guy's
blah,
thing.
blah. Wolf of Wall Street,
Wall
what
Street, I
happened?
was just gonna say
Same
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur, probably the biggest entrepreneur movie. What do you do? Obviously illegal stuff, stealing, this and that. Now, the theory goes that there's no good entrepreneur movie where it's a clean, good path to success
Yeah.
because they don't want to make that movie.
Why?
Reason being, if it's promoted so much that you don't have to do terrible things, it's not hard, there's no hard times, more people would want to be successful and more people would be different. And the world would be a completely different place if there's more entrepreneurs.
Word. Because there would be too much. Like
There'd be
it's
too
like the
much.
influencer thing.
There'd be no lower class to, hold the system up.
So they make those on purpose?
So they make it on purpose to be,
That's crazy.
I guess, like terrible, bad in the eye.
Yeah.
So that you think to be an entrepreneur, you have to
You
do
have to be
these
a
bad
dickhead,
things.
fam. Yeah.
That, and it turns people off from that lifestyle.
Yeah. Wolf of Wall Street, I was like, I can't do this. Like, there's no way I get myself involved in that. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, that's just true.
And that's just the way to control people being more entrepreneurs.
That's
just
crazy.
an easy theory. It's like
Yeah,
it's not really that
I know,
deep,
but at the same time, it's like I never would have realized that. Like you can name a bunch of entrepreneurial movies, probably zero with actually nice guys doing nice things.
yeah, it's very rare. I don't even think I could name one really.
But I feel like that creates a stereotype then, because it's like the finance bro stereotypes where it's like you got to be a dickhead, always on your phone, not paying attention to your girl, wearing Patagonia, being a dickhead, right?
I don't even think they're like that
See, but from the movies and shit, I feel like there is though.
because you've been brainwashed.
Yeah, fuck, man.
We're part of the problem still.
Oh, man.
Yo, I saw this video.
Yeah.
Look, there's this guy in Japan, in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So remember we talked about before the Jeffrey Epstein like symbols, the swirls?
We did?
You don't remember this?
No, I don't.
So-
The swirls.
Yeah. So there's secret symbols that they, those Epstein type of people
on the castle thing.
everywhere.
okay.
So it's like a swirl that goes inward, and then there's another one, it's a swirl that goes outward.
Yeah.
And it depicts a certain symbol, but the meaning of it either means like young girls or young boys.
Oh yeah. Okay. I remember this now. Yeah.
Right? This guy walking in Japan, he sees a building with these signs, and the building looks really, really suspicious.
Let me see.
Come to find out, the building he's looking at, look, you see the symbol there?
It's
And then I think on the other side as well. Look, see? Yeah.
So one's a
So these symbols, they're attached to, the Epstein stuff. I'm not going to say the word, but
Yeah.
so it's an adult entertainment club.
Why is there 2 doors?
It's an adult entertainment club, and it has those symbols, the boy and the girl, like the young symbol, right?
Yo.
And check this out too. This is where it gets even darker because look what's behind him. Look what's behind him.
Okay.
It's a police station.
Oh. So wait. Is it like a trap to get mans?
The police might be in on it,
Yeah. That's a great trap. I'm not gonna lie.
or it could be a trap to, catch the bad people.
Yeah.
Who knows what it could be?
Yeah.
The other one is very, very dark, where it's like maybe the kids that are lost, they go to the police station and they're like, oh, come here.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
No, and then they bring them to the club.
Oh fuck.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I think that is for sure a trap because
You
there's
think it's
all-
a trap to
yeah.
catch people rather than to
Yes, bro.
lure
because-
kids?
Yes, because what if it's just like it's literally in front, so it's like anybody that's gonna go into the little boys or the little girls, you would obviously like, wait, that's kind of sus.
But it's a secret symbol, so not people don't really know it unless you're.
But do you
into
think?
it.
I mean, police were tapped into the Vitaly things. You don't think that
They would
police
know it? True.
would know everything that's
They
going
should
on
know
in the
that.
area?
Unless they're paid off, fam. You don't know.
Oh, that is true. I don't know. There's a lot of spas though that do that. That just line people that they I'm gonna give you a special ending and stuff like that, and then right after like they get jumped by a bunch of people.
Japanese anime could be weird sometimes, bro. You know what a loli is?
No.
You don't know what a loli is?
Slowly? No, I don't watch anime like that.
So in
still.
anime, there's like it's an archetype of a character in an anime
Yeah.
where it's like a little girl, and then usually depicted to do like certain things, right?
Right.
And that's what they call like a loli. So people that watch that type of anime, they might be like into that type of stuff.
Word.
And it's very popular in Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
So if that's a target audience, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like underground rings that do this type of stuff because there's a
Word.
need for it, I guess,
Yeah.
which is fucked up.
Damn.
Crazy dark world out there, fam.
There's a trend going around, like, the furries. So there would be a slide of a furry, and then the next slide would just be a bat, right? And then everybody in the comments were like, wait, no, this can't be real. Yeah. So there's a bunch of people just posting random furry pics and just like baddie pictures of girls.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, this is what's under the furry costumes, fam. There's no way.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. It's just something you're into.
Yeah, but that's why it's just like a super funny trend, bro.
You think like if you do you think you could fall in love with a furry?
Huh?
I would accept anybody really.
I could, but it would be like obviously unusual.
Okay, let's say you walk into a girl's house for the first time.
Yeah, and like on her bed, it's like her.
No, like you accidentally find a furry costume in her closet.
Yeah.
Is that a turn off or a turn on? Or is it just like whatever to you? It can't be whatever. There's no way it's whatever.
No, I would have to ask.
If it's no whatever, that's crazy.
No, I would have to ask. I was gonna lie and say it's whatever, but it's not whatever.
It's not whatever.
I would have to ask and like obviously I'll ask and like I'll try to understand, but like fuck, you can't just hide that from your whole life.
It's kind of weird.
It is, yeah. No, it's just out the ordinary. Maybe you're just a cosplayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I gotta ask.
Maybe you just like Neopets or like
Really?
Animal Jam, you know? It's whatever. It's
Shit,
cool.
you like playing around with toys, like why can't
I don't do that right now.
Yes, you do, bro.
I don't do that right
you
now.
were trying to watch rap. Yo, guys, I went in his room, fam. All this guy, yeah,
I didn't even do that.
Yes, you did, bro.
I didn't even do that.
Rap 3 coming out soon.
But do you think
Yeah.
you could be cool with it? I think it's whatever.
Yeah, It's not whatever, but we would have to come to an understanding.
What's your understanding?
I don't know, man. Like what is this? Like, tell me about this life so I can understand it, bro.
What's like the line for you?
Huh?
Like, what if she's like, you have to dress up too?
No, I'm not doing that still. No, that's not me. That's not me. Like,
Nah, I
I
couldn't
obviously
do it.
respect the
I
craft.
honestly
I
couldn't
respect
do
the
it.
craft, but that's just not me, bro. Like, some people cosplay. I don't cosplay, fam. That's not me.
Hot take though, do you think the people that wear costumes are the realists because they show them true selves?
That's not. They're trying to dress up as something else. No.
No, but what if they're not afraid to do that?
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? Some people go outside, dress up as a person who
As
they're
a
not
yeah.
to be somebody else, but they dress up as who they want to be.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Who knows?
Yeah,
though?
who
It's
knows?
just like a.
A lying W theory.
What do you think though?
What? That they're the realist? I mean, they're very confident for even going out there looking like that. I probably couldn't do that, so I give it respect. You know what I mean?
I think.
Have you ever cosplayed?
Yeah.
Like a sick cosplay, like a
Yeah. I wear
not
like
no,
I wore like
like
a
not
Naruto
no
cosplay.
paint, makeup. You know what I mean? Like
No,
the
I wore
full
like I wore
thing.
like I wore the full thing. I wore like I wore a Anbu Black Ops Shinobi costume.
okay.
Where I had like the sword and stuff. I had like the the gray vest.
Yeah.
I
How'd
was
you
just
feel
like a
in
ninja.
it? Like in public when people like you're obviously rolling around with the mans that are obviously still cosplaying. So it's like, what did you think in the general public when you were in like the
when I was
main
in
area?
public and
Yeah, not
still
the
in
main
my
area
costume
where everybody was thing, but like what do you think? Were you thinking of the stairs?
Nah, I actually don't care.
So you think you felt more confident because it's like, damn, I'm really doing this. Like even in normal clothes, I feel regular.
But why does clothes have to make you lesser not confident?
I don't know. It's because it's like it's different. It's like if you see someone out there with a different type of, you know what I mean?
But why does somebody else looking at you make you less or more confident? Because I would say if you're at a level, let's say you're a star or a celebrity, more people are gonna look at you regardless.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a costume, people are gonna look at you. So isn't that just like what determines your confidence there? Isn't it just regular? I don't know.
I don't know. Still, I don't know.
Isn't it the same thing? Like if people look at you, people look at you.
But I'm just saying, like, what were you thinking?
I don't think I care. I don't know.
That's good then. Yeah, that shows confidence. And
What would you think? Like if you, I
would-
guess I would dress something like I wouldn't want to wear. Like let's say I wore like a maid outfit.
Yeah. Okay, then
I feel like not in my scale. Like what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would think of the stairs.
So back this now. Have your theory.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I was crafting actually.
Okay.
So do you think the people that are still insecure and feel less confident when they're dressed up is because they're dressed up not for themselves and they're dressed up
For others.
for other people to look
Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Bag that.
100%.
Because when you dress up for yourself, you don't care.
You don't care. Yeah.
what everybody else says, so it doesn't affect you. But when you dress up to look a certain way, you become more anxious, especially when you put on a certain fit, because you put on that fit for people to look at you.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
that
not
make you
you.
more anxious?
Yeah. And that's not really
Because you didn't wear it for you. You wore it to
Yes.
look cool at other people.
That's facts.
That's what I was trying to get at this whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
crafted it.
Yeah.
I like-
Interesting
Yeah,
shit.
interesting still.
All right, thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Jumper Zone Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a like.
Yes, leave a like.
Leave a like. Actually, leave a like because we need more likes. Like that shit right now.
And then make sure to go down to Spotify, Apple. Keep downloading those episodes. Give us a 5-star rating. We love you guys, man.
And yeah, jumpers jump out.
Deuces.